20 grand, $20,000 flipping storage units. Now, let me just give you guys a blueprint. It is not rocket science. Let me show you guys how I did it, right? And I'll teach you in what 8, 10 minutes. All right, first, boom, learn your demand. These are the top categories or the most expensive things that have sold and the most items that have sold for my store, for my eBay store, right? So demand, the things that are going to liquidate quick, right? Sports memorabilia, cards, collectibles, furniture. For me, home and garden was a huge one for my first unit. Got very lucky with that one. But I mean, just it's very simple, right? Boom, learn demand, easy. What liquidates fast? What sells fast? Second, go to storagetreasures.com, make an account. This is where you are going to find your sources. This is the best stuff. People go, well, I'm not going to bid on something that people just leave. I mean, do people really leave? They're not going to leave good stuff, right? Well, yeah, yes, they do. And every unit I bid on, at least for now, people leave good stuff. I mean, people who own these units, sometimes they don't even care about moving. It's just going to be a hassle for them. Some people are so rich that they're just like, if I lose a few $1,000s, stuff that I have, let the facility deal with it. Let the facility auction it off. They're gonna give the unit to the facility for them to auction off, right? So now let me go back to my first unit. My first unit I sold, or not sold, I bought for around like $300 to $400, right? The front, the front of the unit, um, was like a Funko Pop, a few Funko Pops, some trash bags with clothes in them. Um, and then behind those trash bags, boom, 28. Each box is 28 DIY in ground bait stations for termites. Each box, in this, you can see right here, each box sold for $230, right? Now I had about 20 of these. Now do the math, right? That's a lot. That's around 3 or 4 grand already. So then I'm like, boom, I'm 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 him. I'm rich, right? you know. But no, I was like, okay, I made a decent amount of money. That's cool. I can reinvest into more units. I split them up into 10 as well, as you can see right here. 40 sold for 500. Anyways, so I mean, let me go into what you need to look for, right? Because you can. It's very easy for you to buy bullshit, right? Buy like just trash, right? A bunch of people still leave trash for the facility to deal with. So I go to categories, collectibles, memorabilia. That is my top two. Sometimes I'll actually most of the time I'll put electronics in there. But for this video, I just want to show people the they're just the best stuff, right? Because collectibles, memorabilia, of course, are have the highest demand. They are going to sell the quickest. Now, this is a unit I'm looking at right now. What's the first thing you see in this unit? Everything, right? Everything here has demand. Every single thing. I mean, I was like salivating over this unit, right? I mean, first let's go to sports cards, right? Sports cards, number one eBay seller, as the CEO just came out and said that this is the number one category right now, right? Legos are huge, no matter what it is. Star Wars Legos, any Legos, even if they're newer Legos, Funko Pop, another action, Funko Pop like sports cards, Hendrix poster, guitar. You can see right here it says 1989 Fleer full set. Vinyl records, GameStop bag, comic books. Boom. This right here, guys, and print this in your mind and just imagine this is exactly what I need to look for in every unit. Now, I'm not saying to bid against me, right? Um, I do want to help people. I really want to help people make a little side money. Because right now, I mean, people are working 40 hours a week and still not being able to, live a decent life. Just paying the bills and stuff like that. I really want to get this into a lot of people's heads that yes, there is a market for flipping storage units, just like Storage Wars, exactly like Storage Wars. Um, so yeah, this is perfect. This is what you need to look for. So let me go to another unit that I'm looking at. Boom, really close to me. I don't have to drive far again. Perfect, right? This, a little less demand, but still has some demand. Crystal glass, porcelain, porcelain pot, more crystal glass, crystal wine glasses, crystal plates, you know, porcelain, as it looks like from here, porcelain snowman, which Christmas is huge. Maybe silver plated lamps, possibly, maybe, probably brass, silver plated, maybe, some more lamps, just stuff that will sell, but it'll take a longer time, right? Um, this is perfect. Now, people ask all the time, well, how do you know to bid? How much do you know to bid until it gets, until the price gets too high, right? It's very easy, right? I mean, it's self-explanatory. Let me just give you an example, right? In this unit, it's a little harder too because you can't really, get the prices of stuff. But anyways, this right here, I know that I can get maybe $50 minimum for it, right? Maybe the bike $50. Let's just say I can price everything out real quick and get 300, right? I know if I buy this unit, I can make $300, and that'll be the money back that I paid for the unit, right? Then I can go into my gambling mindset. Once I know that I make $300 and that's my limit is $300 if I know that I can only make $300, then I go into my gambling mindset because I know this stuff is probably profitable. I think this might be porcelain boxes, maybe some, decorative items, whatever, right? It doesn't matter because I made my money back. Now I'm all in profit right here, right? That is it. That is it. Every unit, every unit did that exact same thing, and you will not lose money. Please don't lose money. That's the number one thing is do not go over your budget because your gambling mindset will tell you to. No, that is how you get screwed. That is how you get unmotivated because you lost money. No. Okay. This this is only my eBay sales, right? Now, my second unit. My second unit isn't even on here, right? My second unit was a bunch of furniture. It was a 10 by 20, a little way bigger than this actually. This is a 10 by 5, but it was a 10 by 20, so it went 20 feet back. My second unit was a bunch of furniture. It was nice furniture, but it was beat up, right? Scratches, needed polyurethane, needed a wood stain, or needed sanding as well. So just a week of rigorous hard work. I paid $600 for the unit. My first piece of furniture that I restored sold for $800. I'll put all that stuff on the video when I'm editing it. So I already made my money back on that first piece of furniture. Now everything else is sitting in profit. Boom. There it is. That's it. That's literally it. It's not rocket science. It's not even close to rocket science. It's not even close to a bachelor's degree. I mean, I can teach you this in 5 to 10 minutes if I'm pretty quick. So this, even though yes, you look at this, you go, it's not a lot. Maybe like if you work 40 hours a week, you're still making this for 6 months, But my Facebook looks my Facebook Marketplace looks like this number as well, a little under. So it's close to around 40 grand for the 6 months with these units, right? That's pretty good, especially having no boss, working for yourself, um, etc. You know. So that is it. I mean, okay. One more thing. Let me just show you guys how to price things out because I don't think I was really clear on that. So for example, let's just go to or price things out at the market price so you know that you can exactly sell it for that price. So let's just see. We got Harley Quinn. What's that number? 34. Harley Quinn Funko Pop number 34. So boom, number 34. Okay, now, first thing you need to do not look at these numbers. These are scary. Do not look at these numbers. These are what people list them for. Of course, you go to sold items. Of course, if you already know this, then you're already ahead of the game. Now, September 6th, $8, right? So you know, okay, I have that for $8. So what you do is you go back into your unit, you price everything out as much as you can, and that's your limit, right? Maybe you can gamble on something like this a little more, but only go like $100 more because you know if it says Legos, if it says this sealed boxes, it's not really much of a gamble anymore if you only go $100 more over, unless it's filled with bullshit. So which looks like it shouldn't be. So yeah, I mean that is it, guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I hope this. I hope this reaches a decent amount of people, so it can help some people make some money. Hopefully, you guys are bidding against me if you've learned if you've learned a decent amount. Hopefully, I'm not bidding against one of you guys. But anyways, um, I hope it can help make people some extra money for sure. All right, guys. I'll see you.